Let's keep following the Syria story, and Sky News have got this update.
Breaking news on Syria, and this time related to Israel, and Israeli airstrikes are being reported by Reuters, saying that Israel has targeted customs headquarters and military intelligence in a security complex in the Kafr Susa district of Damascus.
That didn't take long. Israel are attacking Syria. Today, this is today.
Described as from two regional security sources. So reports from two regional security sources speaking to Reuters news agency that Israel has targeted the customs headquarters and military intelligence in security complexes in Damascus. There's also reports of Israel bombing the main research center in the Syrian capital. This report says that was long suspected of being used by Iran to develop long-range guided missiles. That, of course, Iran, a close ally of President Bashar al-Assad. So that's another bombing. And earlier we heard from the Syrian Observatory of Human Rights. They were reporting other Israeli airstrikes. They said that there had been Israeli airstrikes targeting the area of al-Meza military airport in the capital Damascus, and they say that Israel also targeted the vicinity of a village of Betima in the Jabal al-Sheikh area in the western countryside of Damascus. They say that violent explosions followed by a massive rise in smoke from the targeted sites. They have no information about casualties right now, and they said that this is one of a number of strikes by Israel targeting Syrian territory in a matter of hours.
Right, so Syria under attack then. Let's hear from Afshin Rattansi.
And the Assad rule in Syria is over. A rule that for decades has at least guaranteed the rights of minorities like Christians. Certainly there'll be no guarantees for Christians this Christmas in Syria, despite all the huge amounts of celebration in media newsrooms in NATO countries.
I was in Syria around Christmas time a few years back in 2019, and there was decorations everywhere. It was like everybody was celebrating it, Christian or not.
After all, Ukraine was helping the fight, along with al-Qaeda. Well, Ukraine had neo-Nazis. Ukraine can support al-Qaeda. What's the difference? Chaos is being sown. That is the policy of the United States. And Israel, very quick after the fall of Assad, to say it was them that did it. The genocide in Gaza, the destruction of Lebanese resistance. That's what made the end of Assad possible. And of course we know Jake Sullivan famously said al-Qaeda is on our side in Syria. Is al-Qaeda on our side in Syria now? Because the Twitter account for the US Embassy in Syria still says there's a $10 million bounty on Jelani's head. Will the CIA kill Jelani, the head of HTS al-Qaeda, pictures of whom are emerging on social media as the victor of Syria?
So Jelani, the leader of this group, Jolan is the Golan, the mountainous region of Syria. He's actually from there and was displaced from there with his family in 1967 when Israel captured the Golan Heights, and they've been occupying it ever since. So he's from the Golan, interestingly.
We don't know yet, do we? We know that Russia's two bases aren't going to be safe as long as al-Qaeda is continuing to its presence in huge swathes of Syria and in the capital in Damascus. China, how safe is that? What with the Chinese al-Qaeda elements returning perhaps to China? We know the blowback usually occurs mainly though into Western Europe and the United States. So, ahead of a Trump administration, this will sow more chaos.
Yeah, Trump is coming
perhaps
back.
There will be more terror in NATO countries now. We have to assume that there will be a renewed real resistance, real rebels to any CIA MI6 Mossad operation in Damascus. It was quick. It was much quicker than many believed, but then a deal was done. What happens now when CIA-backed Kurdish elements attack Turkey from the north? There's a lot of weaponry there. No one seems to ask in NATO propaganda media so keen to give soft power interviews, soft interviews to Jelani on Warner Brothers CNN the other day. No one thinks to ask what they have created. What was created when these same media organizations were applauding the Mujahideen in Afghanistan? What happened there? We know what happened. There will be great dangers ahead, more chaos sown, and this, so there are elements in the US secret state belief, will only benefit the United States given the coalescing of BRICS countries together, trying to fight, in effect, US hegemonic power. So, we'll have to now see in the days ahead what atrocities precisely are going to be committed.
Yeah, that's Afshin Rattansi. Give him a follow. He gives some great analysis. I spoke to him one time on the phone when he was standing in for George Galloway on one of his shows. Very good journalist.